Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webcast here at Wave.video. We have a very special guest today. You might recognize, or some of you might recognize, right below me here, Amelia Glickman, my wife. Very happy. Hi, Amelia. who's in the,
Hello.
who's in the other room? First time on a live video, correct?
Yes, first time.
Okay, so we're going live here in about 5 or 6 different destinations on LinkedIn and our Facebook, of course, the Wave.video Facebook group. If you're not a member, you're very welcome to join. And if you are we're going to be talking about video and email, and what we call an email video funnel. So if you're doing video and email today, please put in the comments and let us know. Or in general, if you're doing email marketing, let us know what are your open ratios, what are your comments, etc. We've somebody saying no audio, so let me check here a second for those of you who are listening. I see my audio is working, so if somebody else can't hear, please. Okay, somebody says they have audio. Okay, thank you so much. And yeah, so introduce yourself. Let us know what kind of email marketing do you do? What kind of open ratios and click-through ratios are you seeing? Because we're going to be talking about that. And if you are doing video and email, also we would love to hear about that too. We'll be hearing more from Amelia soon, who owns a Shopify store and has been doing some very interesting email marketing with video. And I really want to show you the case study here. In fact, I would love to show more case studies in the group. This is kind of like a kickoff here of the case studies theme, if you will. So if you have good ideas, if you've been doing interesting things with video, we'd love to showcase you. So please do that. Please let us know, put in the comments, DM one of us on the team here in the group, or I'll just post in the group and we will pick up on it and see. Great. So before we get into the case study, I want to give a quick intro here to some stats on email marketing and see where that goes. Okay, so I'll give a bit of an intro here. So first things first, there's this myth about email marketing that email is kind of dying out. Email is not dying out. Email is actually growing. Now here's some stats about this. Projection is that we're looking at about 350 billion emails within a couple of years from now, and that's a lot. Now, some of that is spam. A lot of that goes into promotional emails. So it is tougher to get email in front of people, but email is definitely a major marketing channel. In terms of ROI, it's often reported as one of the highest ROI channels. Acquiring emails, of course, is the key, is getting opt-in emails. When we look at benchmarks, right, I managed to find this data from Campaign Monitor. We're still looking at pretty good open ratios and click-through ratios, which is much better than you'll see in some other channels. But it vary dramatically by industry. So if you're in government or in education, your click-through, your open ratios are going to be much higher. If you're in retail, you're kind of in the low end right there. You're at only 14.5% open ratio on average, and a 1.5 or 1.6% click-through ratio for those. So so we have a wide variety of open and click-through ratios. On average, we're looking at under 20% open and about 2.5% click-through. Those are typical. But there are many kinds of emails as well. So of course, if you're going to send somebody a renewal email saying you're about to get charged money, that's going to get a little more click-through ratio than if somebody or if you're just sending them a cold email about something they really never really subscribe to. So it really depends. Some interesting stats about how many emails should you send? I get this question quite a bit myself. And I hear a lot and people ask, should we send more emails? We also have a lot of internal debate sometimes where I keep pushing our teams to send more emails. And in the beginning, there was this natural hesitancy to send less. And why should we send? People don't want to receive so many emails. Well, the results are, or the actual stats show that you have an increase in open and click-through ratios with more emails you send up to a certain amount. So basically, if you're sending about an email, up to an email a day, you only get more results. After that, you start seeing some diminishing results. This is especially true in the B2C. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense because it's sort of similar to what you see with ads on Facebook. You have to have repetition for people to get to take action. The one thing that is really challenging with email is creating the content that people will want to receive every day. Of course, that is a challenge. And we'll talk with Amelia about what she did about this issue, to be able to send weekly emails with her retail store. So more is better. I see this across the board from anecdotal stories I hear from others, but I also see this in the data. We want to send out more emails. Challenges, get it to be relevant, of course. One thing that a lot of people forget all the time, email has moved to mobile. So even if people are sitting next to the desktop, they still check their email on mobile. And you can see that the trends are overwhelming. The deliverability rate, or the actual opens of the email, it has shifted dramatically from Google, from Gmail to Apple on the phone. And the reason for that has to do a lot with all of the spam filtering and the segmentation and the different inbox mechanisms that Google has to really move your business emails out of their direct inbox and into all kinds of promotional settings where Apple Mail on the phone just doesn't have it. And so you can see more and more emails opened on the phone. So this has profound implications. If we are a desktop application like Wave.video is, for instance, but people are opening the email on the phone, what kind of call to action can we give them? What kind of relevance can we give them while they're on the go, or maybe in the house but not next, or nowadays it's in the house, in the office but not next to the computer, right? So email is always mobile first. We have to remember that. And we do see that when we add video to email, which is really a thumbnail and a button, right, that links to a video, it opens up, pops up right there, we have a big lift in click-through ratios. That is something that has been well documented. We're seeing it ourselves. We've been seeing it with our customers. I like showing this example of All Things Nordic, and that works. It's a much more effective way to do it. It's kind of clumsy if you're doing it manually, but the good news is that we have new features around this to help you make it much, much more interesting. And finally, I just wanted to remind everybody, as we're talking about this case study that's coming with Amelia, different emails have different goals, right? So we're going to be talking about, and especially particularly in this week's challenge here, newsletters, around newsletters. The goal here is to convert readers into prospects. Newsletters are not designed, or shouldn't be designed, to keep readers as readers. They're designed to get readers to be interested in their product and move from a reader into being a prospect. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today. So as that intro is over, I will check and see the comments that we've had and see if there are any questions up front here and who's online with us. We've got a lot of comments here, so I'll just go back a bit. Evie saying she's been using Constant Contact for 12 years. Wow, that's a long time now. That's good. We've got lots of people. Let me see here. I do light email marketing and incorporate video. Hi, Heather. Good to see you again. 95% open ratio with the video. 95%. That is, I think, unheard of. Heather, we'll need to bring you as a case study, see what you're doing there. I'd love to hear more. Put down in your comments, how are you acquiring these users, or what are you cleaning out the list? What are you doing in there to get those kind of numbers? That's outstanding. Evie is saying 17 to 50%. That's, I guess, Evie, you're segmenting, or you've got different, or that varies by email topic, perhaps. 49% open, really nice. 13% click-through ratio, beautiful, really, really nice. Evie segmenting, yep. Who else have we got here? 25 to 64%. That's Evie again. Let me see a few others here. I see there's an ongoing conversation. So, okay. And Heather is saying the subject line has a lot to do with it. I agree. Okay, so while this conversation goes on in the comments, let's go on to Amelia. And Amelia, let's talk about a little bit. Give us a quick intro about what your store does. What are you selling? Who are you? So those who don't know, you can understand the context of this conversation.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm Amelia, and what I manufacture non-toxic products for cleaning products. Cleaning products that are good for you and the environment. So I mostly was selling in stores, and with this COVID thing, I started selling online. I did have an online store, but it wasn't as active as just selling to retail. Yeah, so I started thinking, okay, so what do I need to do to keep in contact with people? And that's how I arrived into the video, emailing videos idea.
Great. So you were doing so you're selling natural cleaning products, and you started selling them online. What made you start making these videos, or what kind of videos were you making when you started out with videos?
Yeah. So it's a combination of two things. So I started promoting a new product that it's a soap bark extract that works fantastic. It's a fantastic product for cleaning, that it's 100% natural, but it needs it's super concentrated, so you need to use water, and you need to make it into something. So it's not something that it's pre-made. And then all this quarantine started, and I thought, okay, and I kept thinking every single day after work what I'm going to do with my kids. And talking with other people, everyone was, okay, so what project are we going to do with the kids? They didn't have school at the beginning. So so I thought, well, everyone is in the same boat, and I like practical things. So I thought, okay, we'll start doing recipes of how to use the soap bark for people, so they have something to do in the weekend. And since it's a safe product, they can even have their kids do cleaning products with them and have them use them. So that's how the idea started. Sending people something that is valuable, that it's fun, that it's not about the pandemic, on a weekend, so they have something to do.
Great. So you obviously you used Wave.video, and full disclosure, you discovered Wave through me. And but I have to say, you became proficient very quickly by yourself, and I had very little to do with it. So
yes, Daniel has nothing to do with my videos.
Yeah, I was just watching from the side, and every now and then I would give a bit of advice. So why don't you show us a bit of what the first videos and I believe you posted them to, or you started out posting them to your blog, or to...
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So the first idea was, okay, let's have these recipes. I would start just putting the videos I made into my website. I can show, I have in my website the soap bark recipes. And I just started putting the videos inside. Sorry, this is more like it. Yeah, I started putting the videos in here, in like my recipes. And then I thought, okay, so where else can I put the videos? And then I said, I had a Pinterest account that it wasn't very active so I started putting all the videos on Pinterest, and there it took off really quickly. So there are some videos here that I was amazing, and this is not too long ago. We are talking about 2 weeks ago. And all of a sudden I see after a few days, or after one day, actually, I had like 2,000 views on it, on a video. And then I started getting, and I'm not sure why, but it started getting a lot of traffic. And the website started to get a lot of traffic through Pinterest. So these are the videos that are the most popular ones on Pinterest. So you can see here, this one, it's like 12,000 views, and this one has 3,000, and this one has 2,000. So for some reason, this exploded, this video that it's about how to make soap bar floor cleaner. I'm not sure why that one, but that's what happened. So yeah, so that's how it started. And then at some point I thought, okay, what else can I do with the videos? And I said, well, I will email people these recipes once a week. And that's how, yeah, I put it together.
Awesome. So let's get into the newsletter, which is really the core of the topic here. I mean, that's, I see we have some comments here along the way. A bunch of people are showing up as anonymous, but this is awesome. Yeah. So great. So you created this do-it-yourself videos simply because you wanted to educate people how to use the product. You put them on Pinterest, they exploded, and you thought, okay, I'll add them to my email. So let's take a look at the first email. Or actually, why don't you show us your email before you added them to the email? Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, sure. So my email before, it was text. These were my emails before. So I just wrote about, different topics. And this is about Soap Park. So how you can use it. And for me, it's very hard to make this blog. For me to write is harder than it's for some other people. So I'm not as consistent, and for me, it's a big effort. So these were the emails before. And when I started with the video emails, so I started sending like different recipes. So this is the first one I sent, which is how to make your own baby wipes. You can see that it goes into my website. And then I wasn't using the Wave landing page. I was using YouTube. So this is how it looks like. Yeah, so this is how the first email with YouTube looks like.
And this you did on your Shopify store in a blog post. So it only supports YouTube, and I can see that you have all of those suggested videos in there, and it just it looks like the viewing experience is just not great.
No, it's not. Do you want me to show the last one?
Yeah, so let's see the next version when how it evolved. What did you do next? Okay,
so next, this one I did with the landing page from Wave, and this is how it looks like, which I find it's way more appealing and friendlier. So what I like about this landing page is that I have a call to action in the email itself underneath to go to the Soap Park product. And then while people are looking at the video, they also have a call to action here on the side, buy Soap Park extract. And I think that's, so you have two call to actions, that it's not something that you have with YouTube videos. So it looks cleaner, and I think it just focuses people on what you want them to do or what you want them to get from the video, from the page. So for me, this is a better format.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I think visually you can just see immediately that there's a huge difference in the viewer experience here, the whole buyer's experience, and it showed. I think if we prepare the results here, the before, I'm sharing now my screen. So the before you change to video, it was, you had like a pretty high open ratio, but an average click-through ratio and 0 sales from the emails. And after you moved up to a higher open ratio, you pretty much doubled the click-through ratio, and you started getting sales.
Yeah.
So that's a very significant difference. It's amazing, and you're sending more emails now, right? You're sending them weekly.
Yes. So I'm sending one recipe every week. And for some reason, it's easy for me to make these videos. So I already have a backlog already for the next 2 months of recipes that I'm just once a week sending to people. And I'm recycling that material. I put it on Google Business, and they are on Pinterest, and I'm shorting some of them and doing some ads.
Yeah. So you're actually repurposing a lot of that video again. So you're getting more bang for your buck. So
yeah.
you said you also put them on Google My Business, right? And they've been getting some views there as well.
Yeah.
So So and that's very small. I think that's one of those channels that people it's almost like a social channel. You have a feed in there, and people kind of ignore it. So that's definitely one that's worthwhile paying attention to. Let's see. I think by the way, if you have any questions for Amelia here, or any comments of your own, or tips of things that you've been doing, or if you identify with what Amelia went through here and her evolution, or tips for how to continue her journey, would love to hear them. Put them in the comments. Let's see where this goes. I've seen a bunch of very complimentary comments here. That's great. Yeah, and we've got a few users that are showing up as anonymous, because you have to tell StreamYard, give StreamYard permission. Heather is saying, smart to add the videos to Google My Business. Yeah, Google loves it when you add quality content to their platform. Yeah, it seems to be the case. And again, the more places you can post the videos, the better. One of them will catch. In this case, it was Pinterest, and you have a massive amount of views on Pinterest, but the reality is you don't really know why. You didn't do any kind of optimization. You just posted them, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So you never really know what's going to work with marketing. Okay, I'm going to show here my screen again and just talk about a couple of things for those who are not familiar too much with the features in Wave. So the way it works with the email is essentially you put, and Amelia demonstrated it live, you put essentially the image with the thumbnail going, which once the user clicks it, it's simply a link to the video that plays on our video landing page. Now, you could also customize it to play somewhere else, of course. But the video landing page is designed to do exactly what Amelia showed, to be very focused on the video with a call to action, be very clean, do nothing more than that. And it does it all automatically, so you don't have to build the landing pages. And we saw the example of when she tried to build a landing page herself in Shopify, and that was kind of a nightmare. and it turned out to be a pretty poor landing experience or viewing experience. Yeah, and didn't perform well either. So you got your email, and in this case, if we sort of conceptualize what Amelia did, she created an email that sent to the video landing page, which then sent to the actual product page. So rather than sending directly to the product page, which is what she was doing originally, it was too much of a hard sell. The how-to video or the recipe actually created more interest in the product, and those who were interested in the product clicked and were interested in buying it. In Shopify, you can't really add, or it's not the place really to add those how-to recipes in the product page itself. So there might be a format where you can kind of build it out, but it's kind of challenging to do it. And so the landing page in between works very, very nice. Amelia, also, I want you to show what you did with the recipes after the fact, because you actually repurposed them in the store itself, right? So if you could show your store and see,
yeah,
I thought that was really interesting what you did there. You actually took
right here. So what I did for people who there was so much interest in the recipes on Pinterest that I thought, well, and since I do send them once a week for free, but I thought for people who are buying the product and they want to have like a booklet or everything they can make in front of them when they have the product. So I made this ebook. So I pretty much translated whatever it's in the video into text, and I made an ebook for each product. So so people can buy the ebook with the product itself and have all the recipes together.
Right. So now you're actually selling the recipes as well for a couple of bucks, and the people are actually buying it. So that's really, really awesome. Again, a beautiful repurposing way to and monetization at the same time of these videos. I love it. I've got a question from, I've got a couple of questions here, actually. Let's start with this one. James, are you sending Pinterest users to video landing pages or uploading natively to Pinterest? So let's come
to Pinterest.
And right, and then you put a link in Pinterest, which goes where?
To the product.
To the product page, not to the recipe page, because they've already watched it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Evie is asking, Evie Hernandez. I think we've got two Evies here. Can you show that inside Wave? I missed it. So let's do that. Let's show how to do this in Wave. We have the infinite. I love this infinite.
Do you want me to go to my Wave?
I'm going to show it, and I'm going to quickly demonstrate in Wave here how to create the video, add the email to the email and create the landing page. So this is just a demo account, and if I can pick any video I have in here, right? So I have all of these videos, and you'll see there are two buttons here. One is for edit, one is for dashboard. The edit will allow you to edit the video. You can upload any video you have right here, create a new one if you wish. But I'm going to click on dashboard. And in the dashboard, you're going to see that you have a few options here. You can customize the player, change the color to match your brand, if you will, change the behavior. You can remove the Wave.video logo. You see it's right there. You can remove it. Change the button, so you can have it autoplay, not autoplay, however you like it. So some people like to have the option for others to go back and forth and replay some of the video, others don't. It all depends on your context. So you have full flexibility. And you can change the thumbnail. Now this is important for the email, which we will show in just a second. So what I can do is I can just skim here to any point on the timeline. I might have to hit play. And let's say I love this as a thumbnail, and I just click on use the current frame. We can also upload the thumbnail and create one however you like to create it, and upload it right there. So I need to let it run for a second here, and then I hit save once I'm done. Great, I'll change. You'll say that internet is now going slow during the live. So let's just imagine I changed it. Maybe it already did. The next step, here we go. Okay, next step is to choose to configure the landing page right here. So basically, it's already set up, but you can set a headline, a body text, and a call to action button right here, which you can turn on and off. Notice that you have to turn the landing page on. Okay, so there's a toggle switch there. So you turn these all on. Okay, so in order to add a video to email, you have to have a video landing page, otherwise, or embed your video in some other destination, one of the two. Now, this is brand new. You can add the Facebook tracking pixel if you want as well, so you can retarget them. You can add your Google tag manager, your Google Analytics ID as well right there. So it becomes part of your funnel, and you can continue targeting these people. So I have some demo content in here. That's not really important right this minute, but what's brand new and we just launched last week is here, right here, email campaigns. So in here, it's super, super simple. You can see a preview on the right, what it's going to look like. And if you want, you can even customize it a bit. You can change the play button, right? The color of that came from the player. Okay, that's where I got the color for it. Notice that you can download a thumbnail if you want to do this manually, or if you need a thumbnail for anything else like YouTube or what have you, you can download it right there. So that's where you get the thumbnail. And all I have to do is copy this code, take it, and paste it into your MailChimp or whatever. It'll always work. If you want to add UTM codes to this link right there, you can add them. If you don't know what it is or you don't care, just ignore it. So this is your landing page, your video landing page address right there. And if you wanted to add a video to email but have the video embedded someplace else other than your video landing page, you would put the link right there. Otherwise, you don't need to touch anything here. Just copy the code and bring it into MailChimp or whatever you're using. Anything would work. Campaign Monitor, Klaviyo. Some of them might have some proprietary stuff, and in that case, what you do is you download the thumbnail and take this link and simply link to that image. That's all it is. So there we go. That's how you add a video to email in Wave.video. Again, just recap the whole thing. You are going to customize the player if you need to. Make sure that the thumbnail is selected. Configure your video landing page. You don't have to have text on it, but you probably do, and a call to action button. And then go to email campaign, copy the code, post it into your email client. That's it. That's all it takes. Let's see. I think we've got a couple more questions here. I think we covered this one, right? And Kate was asking if we could show the access to the landing pages. So we just did that. Yeah, awesome. I think we covered everything. Amelia, is there any other information that you perhaps wanted to cover here today and we forgot to discuss?
No, thank you. Unless you have any questions.
I did actually, about creatives. So did you notice perhaps was there any creatives or specific topics or thumbnails that you saw worked better for you than others in your various videos or emails?
It's a good question. There is something maybe about the way the video is structured. So the recipe or the instructions are structured. So every single slide is an instruction. And the idea is not to overwhelm people, and they need to think that they need to remember everything. So it's to show, okay, you do this on one slide, next slide, so you present the next thing to do, and then the next one. I also use the GIF stickers that you have in Wave to help people remember things. For example, the spoon that is moving, so people remember, oh yes, I need a spoon of. Those are the things that I tried doing.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. It was really, really nice. Yeah, again, very nice videos, very straightforward. And how much time do you invest in making them at this point? How long does it take you to put them together?
Maybe, not much. I think less than half an hour. So in an hour, and this is what I love about it, because I am, as I said, like writing a blog post for me it's hard. It takes way longer. So in an hour, I have the video, and it's already uploaded to the recipes. It's uploaded to Google. It's already scheduled on my mailing on Klaviyo. So in an hour, I can really have these out in different places and already being repurposed for different things. So it's kind of nice.
That's amazing. Okay, wow, you have a whole system set up here. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. If any of you people watching would love to share your case study, we would love to show it out and kind of follow the same formula here and just show real stories of real people doing real work in the community. So please do so, and ping me, ping any one of our team members if you've got something to share. We will vet it out and see if it has wide appeal. We don't want any promotional stuff, but you do get a bunch of of course, to have expose your brand through this and your product. So if anybody's interested in buying natural cleaners, for example, thank you, Amelia, for sharing. They might be interested as well. Kate is saying, yeah, 30 minutes and 8% sales. I wish we had these numbers. Yeah, for us, it's not quite there yet. So that's awesome. And I did see some numbers here in the beginning. Some people shared some numbers which were amazing. 49% open ratio and 13% click-through ratio. So James, love to hear back from you as well and see what you're doing there. And hear all the community stories. So ping us up, post with us, post in our group, and we'll find out what you're doing, and would love to share. And I did want a quick sneak peek, to give you a quick sneak peek for those who stayed with us all the way through, a little special something so for you to see. So I know a lot of you keep asking about new developments and future stuff. So I wanted to show you something that we're working on now, which is video landing page customization. So this is going to come very soon. And as you can see, these are just mock-ups. They're not final. They're not complete. But right now, this is what a video landing page looks like. But you will be able to pick between different formats and different layouts of video landing pages. So depending on how you want to set it up, you'll be able to just pick the layout you want and set it up like that. So there'll be multiple different versions like this available for you. Plus, you'll be able to customize the color, and you can see the logo. All of that will be there with just a few clicks. Again, the goal is really, really to keep it simple, just for marketers, not to start having builders and all of that, just to have, a few clicks, take a video, make it work. Yep. And we got here somebody saying you're going to start it. Thank you so much. Sorry we can't see who you are, Facebook user, but thank you for your comments. So here we go. Join us tomorrow. Kate is going to be talking about how to make an upsell video. That will be tomorrow's theme of live, and then the last one will be a lot about how to do this all more technical, how to do this all with Wave.video. So somebody's asking, when will we be able to see these available? Sorry, I don't have an answer for you, but the plan is sometime very soon. I'll have to look into that and find out. Where do we see all the new features, Evie? So I just showed it. You'll have to hit back a little bit and you'll be able to see. But the short answer is, if you go into my videos, click on the dashboard button instead of the edit button in any one of your videos. Yeah, there we go. Okay, time for the outro. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, Amelia, for sharing. I hope to have more people from the community share soon. And where do we go? Where is my outro? There we go. Bye.